You ready? I've been holding on to this for a while. Me killing Will was improvised. I didn't know I was going to kill him. I knew that Will... The only thing I did was I knew that Will was like, after this ended, he was done with writing law and was taking a break. That's all I knew. So when when we're having that back and forth about me telling him I can't kill him, you're my son and all this shit, that's genuine. Mans didn't want to kill him, but Will was very persistent, and I could tell he was being very persistent, and he definitely wanted me to do it. And then it clicked in my head, like, oh, he's not writing law anymore. And he's taking a break. This is actually a perfect way for him to take a break. Of course.
A new world and I already found another.
Yeah, and I asked him afterwards. I was like, "Was that okay? Was that good?" He's like, "Yeah, it was brilliant." I was like, "Did I just improvise kill Will on the spot?" And it was the wrong thing to do. No, this is literally what he wanted me to do. Because like I was in the call. If you remember, I was in the call and said, "What are you doing?" Like the moment he was like talking about how he fucking like hated that it wasn't his anymore and all that shit. I was already getting the vibe that he was in a very destructive mood. And when he was a kid, he liked to blow shit up after building things. So I saw that button, and I'd never seen him fuck around with buttons since he was a kid. And I was like, wait a minute. That's how I like to explain that. Realistically, I just knew what the button did because I helped fucking build it. But story-wise, it makes a lot more sense that he liked to like with shit when he was younger and blow things up after building. So he'd sit there and do little buildings and then be like, and it's done. Next one. Demolition. Whee. So I saw the button, was just like, that's gonna do one thing. He is extremely unstable right now, and he wants to blow something up. He has built this thing from the ground up as an adult, and he's never like fucked around with anything to do with demolition before, like since he was a kid. I was like, wait a fucking minute. Bad parenting? What do you mean he's a child? How many times have you smashed things when you were a kid? Fuck off. He was a kid. How many times have you fucking just smashed something? You've took a car and just went into like you've built something. You've went like you've made like a little fucking like building, and then you've took a car and just went all the fucking time. But the difference was Will didn't have little cars. He had a little fake button that you would press, and everything would just fucking collapse. He'd pull strings and there's some heavy angst. So here's the thing, right? The big thing that I think Will and everyone else prefers to do now, or prefers to like acknowledge, is that the characters in the Dream SMP shouldn't be hyper aware of canon lives. It has to feel more natural. So realistically, I didn't know. Canon lives don't... As a character, you're just like, okay, oh, I'm back. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, I'm back. Okay, I'm dead. I'm not coming back. What? But we can't ignore the fact that there's the 3-life system. So we kind of like tread the line of not knowing, but kind of knowing, because being hyper aware of it is weird. It's a bit much. Being like really aware about that sort of thing is kind of weird. And the live system, it's only canon if it's written into the story to be canon, right? So I could just wander into a woods right now and die to a creeper, and it wouldn't be canon because it wasn't written into the story. Somebody could die in a fight and it wouldn't be canon unless it was written into a story. That's the basic sort of rule. If it's like an actual loss of a canon life, it has to be written in that it's actually being one taken from the amount that they have. So there's not this like constant like, oh, I can't fight, I can't do a cool fight because I might die and people might think it's a canon life. You know, it's way more natural if you just kind of just roll with it. And then if you react, I got in a fight with somebody after a big, long, heavy conversation, a big, long sort of like climactic thing. And when I die, I then go, I do a Tommy and just log the fuck out. There's a very clear divide. I just ended stream after losing a life, then you know it's real. A Tommy. If I did a Tommy, yeah. Like when he lost his life in the prison, and then like Dream brought him back. The way he just like gasped and then just stopped stream. Oh my god, it's so funny. People were losing it. I was laughing at chat. People lost their fucking minds. It was amazing. It's so cool, like knowing little things. Like after that happened, I asked like, "Oh, what's gonna happen next?" And they told me. I was like, "Oh." I loved how they started up stream with just a black screen, and it was just Will and Tommy just talking in limbo. I thought that was awesome. I love that so much. I was like, that is genius. And then Will just gets like, Will just gets quieter and quieter. Like it's like he's talking to Tommy and he just gets quieter and quieter ever so gently, and then he's back with Dream. I was like, yo, my boys, pop off! Who would have known Minecraft roleplay would be this awesome? It was very cool. Yeah, I've been holding on to that little piece of information for a while. It's been like nearly a year that I've not told anyone that me killing Will was improv. He didn't tell me beforehand. I just had to go off of his reactions and then put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, asking him afterwards, it was such a relief. I was like, was it okay? Was it okay? He's like, yeah, it's brilliant. I was like, oh God, okay, Jesus Christ.